Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get a news version earlier, you can go to their Subscribe Star, which is $5 a month. I wonder why he went to Subscribe Star. Everyone's on Patreon. I've actually never seen anyone subscribe star. Like, Patreon, you just give them a credit card, but subscribe star you have to be like, hey, I need to verify whether I'm 21 years or older, which is weird. I don't know. So anyways, and the last Let's Play, we restarted Nick's route, where we, went to where the good ending ended, and continued on since there was an update, which consisted of the hare getting shot, along with some wolf that accidentally or did shoot the hare, but Yao shot him, and then everybody was like, oh, okay, this kind of sucks. How about we all just dissipate from the mine? And everyone did, but we saw Yao go into the mine, so we were like, we need to figure out what Yao's doing. So we went into the mine, elevator 4 was working, we found Yao, he was doing something with wires, we went towards the sounds, and that Labrador guy, Ben, is still alive, though extremely, messed up. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. Reset pace. And begin. In time, we made our way back to the elevator. We see Yao's silhouette in the dim light. We found... Nick's greeting is interrupted by the sound of a noisy crowbar dropping on the floor. It echoes, reverberating loudly in the cave. Now what the hell is going on over there? I swear, I feel my heart drop into my stomach. That's... Nick quickly snuffs the flame of his hat. Who is that? Well, that would be Yao, right? Hide! Interesting. Nick drags Ben over to the outcrop of the big rocks, and I crouch down behind him. I hear him whimper, and make some more moans. Also, try to hush him up. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I can see 3 new men coming from the direction of the rope bridge that crosses the giant cavern below us. The man in the hat, I'm certain, is Briggs. The 2 others flanking the sides, I'm not too sure about. At least, until they come a little bit closer. Ain't those James Hendricks bodyguards? I have no idea who they would be. I regret saying this the moment it leaves my mouth, because not only does it make Ben open his eyes wide, but that sparkle is back in his eye. Oh, don't you dare. Help! Somebody! Help me! I try to muzzle his mouth, but he bites me. But it doesn't matter much now, because the 2 wolves are already running straight for us. Shit. They point the guns at our heads. I can hear a matchlight. When I see Briggs's face, which looks unbothered, almost bored. Come on out now, or tell them to shoot in 3, or I'll tell them to shoot in 3 seconds. 1. We don't hesitate for a moment. Good. I'm glad you know I don't like to play. He squints, then his muzzle curls into a smile. King? Then his smile curdles. Curls? And ires. Wait, are we king? Then he looks me up and down, ear tip to boot. The hell are you doing here? Or maybe king is him, or who's king? So, we were looking for a friend. Which friend? Yao's eyes flash. I nod at Nick. I was looking for Mr. King, sir. Oh, he's king? Huh. That's not what they were up to. Ben shouts out the words in a breathy kind of struggle, almost as if trying to hold back the manic, overwhelming glee he must be feeling at the turn of events. Didn't ask you, Ben. He gives the dog a quick glance without turning his head. I'm asking Mr. Ayers here. Mr. King is already here with you. Well, that was because I found him, sir. Briggs smiles a handsome smile. He then turns to his left gunman and nods. Right hand, middle of the palm. I feel the sting before I hear the boom. And then my ears are ringing. There's a small hole in my hand. Gore gushes out of me as I shake. Nick snarls in rage as both the gunmen point their barrels at his temple. Hal doesn't look at us, remaining expressionless. Get cute with me again, and they'll blow your balls off next. Briggs clasps his hand and jerks his head over to the retriever. So, how come he didn't do that? He could do that. So, how come he could do that? He nods at the wolf to his left. In 2 seconds. But it takes you 2 weeks and you can't even manage it. I know I messed up, and you're right. I'm sorry. What, shoot him in the hand or I know. But I'll do you one better. I know what they're here for. He's not on your side. He's pointing at the tiger. Go on then, and fix his hand. He'll pass out from the blood loss if you stand by. What, me? I mean, I feel like if he has 2 of his, limbs broken, I feel like he's in worse shape. I follow orders from the boss because he's smart and rich. Yao crosses his arms and looks at Ben. You do not look rich, so I know take order. You lying fucking chink. Sorry, that was the words he said. Nick makes his way to me, slowly, tearing the sleeve off his shirt, watching the guns point at him as he walks. He makes contact with me, touching me, holding the shirts to my palm. He ramps me up. I can feel him vibrating with anger. Briggs makes an inquisitive little hum. Well now, this is a doozy. I have a mediocre Colombian who tells me one of my men is not on my side. Now, who is he? Colombian. Rings no bells. Then I have my excellent engineer who fought tooth and claw to be here. He crossed the whole damn ocean, in fact. I guess that's the tiger? Of course, he's still a chink, though no fault of his own. That means he will sell me out to the highest price one day. Briggs pulls out a gun from his breast pocket. You want one last chance to fix this, Ben? Yes, sir. Ben gulps as he looks into the barrel, pointing at his head. I want to make this right, sir. Briggs stares at him and nods, dripping his nose down twice. Now then, this is your last chance. You hear me, right? Yes, sir, I do hear you. This will be an act of trust. Yes, sir. Very good. He twirls the gun playfully in his hand. Let me tell you a little secret about my gun. You see, it has a room in a barrel for 6 bullets, but I only put in 1. Why just 1? That's a very good question, Ben. I thought you'd never ask. He crouches down to his knee to meet Ben face to face. I think about... Sorry, and I was like, why is he crouched down? It's like, Ben might be on the floor. I think about it like this. Bullets are expensive. Yeah? Yeah. If I find myself in a sticky situation, well, I've already lost if my own boys are down. Sure, I'd be able to take somebody out with a single bullet, but pistols ain't that quick, and it just takes one person with a gun in a gunfight to get their opportunity. He shakes his head and chuckles. No, that one bullet's for me. Why? Because nobody hates losing more than a man after his revenge. Briggs gives Yao a look. Now, for the next secret. I'm no sharpshooter. Doesn't mean I haven't hunted in my time, but that's not the same as being a professional man-killer. I like to be careful with my gun. Careful how? I wouldn't want the damn thing going off on my person if I go about hiding it in my breast pocket. That would be very stupid, very messy and... Don't you agree? Yes, sir. Very stupid. So, the second secret about this gun that I carry is that the first barrel is empty. He turns the gun around in his paw and holds it up to Ben. This here will be an act of trust. If you shoot the chink, I'll promote you to foreman. Ben looks at the gun in his hand, and that Briggs hasn't let go of yet, then at the tiger, whose expression is impossible to read, with his cat pie in his eyes. Really? Yes, really. He still hasn't let go of the gun. But first, you gotta do something for me. The smile on Ben's face slowly fades. Yeah? Yeah. Put the gun in your mouth. What? I said, put the gun inside your mouth and fire the empty chamber. He pats the other dog on the shoulder and stands. Ben stares at the gun. But won't it still hurt? Probably. What? Why would it still hurt? But you'll live. It wouldn't hurt if there's nothing inside there, right? But it's still a stupid thing to do. Ben stares at the gun some more. His hand moves towards the barrel. Ben's hand freezes. Remember, this is an exercise of trust. If you open the barrel, I'll have these gunmen shoot you where you sit. So, will you walk the path of a better man, or will you miss your final chance, Ben? That's a question I'm asking you tonight. He's trembling. Yao is perfectly still. He looks perfectly calm for a man who's just given the permission to be murdered. I don't envy Ben's position, but Briggs is right. If there is a bullet in that gun, he doesn't stand a chance. But Ben holds the gun and points at himself. Don't do it. Ben pauses. Should I shut him up? Let him speak. It's a free country. Wait, really? There was a free country back then? His eyes narrow, and he opens his mouth. Put that gun in your mouth, and you'll die, idiot. Who the fuck are you calling an idiot? You idiot. If you pull that trigger, you'll die. Yeah, y'all don't know that. Of course we do. He's toying with you. Y'all just want to save your associate. Nick wants to save you, stupid asshole. I mean, they're gonna shoot him if he doesn't, but I feel like, shit's over, Ben. I don't care what you do. Good then, because I'm gonna do it. He opens his mouth wide and slides his mouth over the gun. Boss, I'm trusting you. Just like before, I see a flash of a shot and a splatter before I hear it. Briggs plucks the handkerchief from his pocket, kneels, and wipes his boots, then throws it on Ben, still spasming body. His last chance there was to shoot me. He stands back up and clasps his paws together. Didn't say that was a good chance, because my associate here would have got him first, but still a chance. What did you... To speak, you speak when I ask you to speak. Understood? I still feel my blood dripping to the floor when I nod. Good. Check them for weapons. The Chink 2? Of course the Chink 2. Don't be stupid. Raise your hands, or I'll put a hole through the white faggot's head. No questions asked. At least I can say that. Yao and Nick don't hesitate. I lift mine as well. A few specks of my own blood hit my forehead. One of them aims his guns at us, while the other pats us down, one by one. They're clear. I have to say, Mr. King, Mr. Yao Lin, I respect ambition more than any other quality in a man. Of course, we'll probably end up killing each other one day, but that certainly doesn't have to be this way. You saw nothing, I saw nothing, and the three of you leave me today with fat pockets. For what reason? I guess it's a thing that Yao's playing a game here. How's that for a sweet deal? Sounds good. If true, then we strike a chord. I just have one last condition. Oh, we have to kill each other or something? Oh, here it comes. See these wires on the ground? I look down. There's dozens of strands going this way and that way. At least 10 go behind me into the tunnel. 3 go over the bridge. If you want any money, all I have to do is light one of the fuses. I don't care which fuse, or where you do it from. I don't even care if just one of the 3 of you does it. Hell, I'll even turn around if you're concerned with me seeing who does it. Nobody ever asks no who struck the match. Nobody aside from yourselves, and the gentleman with the guns who will watch you. Insurance money? I don't know. Consider it. What does line the fuse do? It will start a little fire. Somewhere. Someplace. And those little fires light someplace else too. Or is he trying to light up the whole town for some reason? Why do you think we'd consider doing such a thing? Briggs shakes his head and whines. I have 2 reasons in mind. The first is, as workers of the fine mine, I believe you're all intimately familiar with how much of a blight the Hendricks family is on this town. The current patriarch has no sense of how to run a mine, or business in general. He consumes half of our hard-earned labor on all manner of toys and finery rather than what's needed to expand our facilities, or to attract necessary new talent. I'm not sure about labor, but I think, what is he using labor on to get finery? Fortunately for us, the current Hendricks family's lack of knowledge of these elaborate underground tunnels, and that James I started, and James II continued, leaves them sitting ducks. So, we're gonna burn the rot straight out of the town. So you're killing them? I'm sending them packing, at the very least. If they happen to perish in the configuration, well, that's just a bonus. Why us? Because you're extremely lucky sons of bitches for one. He kicks over Bent's still twitching corpse. You have Patsy. That means your Oreo and friend over there leading you down here doesn't mean you have to die after all. Judging by Nick's face, he doesn't believe it at all. But there's something else going on. If I was the one playing Briggs right now, he's the most dangerous man in the room. And I don't know how I feel about that just yet. Now that means if you don't give me any trouble, the 3 of you can leave richer than you ever have been in your filthy lives. Of course, I could just shoot you all in the head and light the fuse myself. That works just fine as well, but this is much neater and much safer. I wonder how. He turns around. I'll give you a couple minutes. I trust you have matches. The 3 of us stand in place, legs stiff and stuck, like they're made of cast iron. I lean in close to Nick, lowering my voice to a whisper. Should we do it? Also just checking the time? Okay. His ears wiggle. Sam, why would you say that? Because he said we could light any of the wires. The ones across the bridge just go to the mansion. I know where it goes. Yeah, but they're rich, Nick. I don't care. Seizing and redistributing the resources is one thing, but arson? There are servants in the house. A wife, a child. He looks at the floor. Ben's body has finally stopped twitching. No more death, Sam. On my part. He might kill us if we walk away without lighting anything. He might kill us even if we don't. Fair point. If Ben's death could teach me one meaningful thing, it's that Briggs doesn't want us to play this game. Briggs himself doesn't want us to play this game. He wants to see if we can find an out. We need an out, or we will lose. The harder my heart pounds, the hazier I feel. I hear Yao rustling through his pockets. I light the wire in the corner. I have no more reason to hide my actions. Wait. I remember that corner now. I remember what's there. Nick. I can hear myself breathing as hard as I can. What? Give me a match. No. Just trust me on this, okay? He slips out a box of matches from his pocket and places them in my good hand. I fumble with the box of it, noticing the two wolves still staring at me as I get a little bit close to the wires that go towards the Hendricks Manor. My hands shake as I take out a match from the cardboard package and strike it against the side. It takes me a few times to get the motion right until I see the light and feel heat against my face. I swagger toward to the right of the cord on the ground. I get down on one knee, and I look at both the wolves above me. Alright then, watch. The match lights a fuse, in line even quicker than the wick of dynamite. I know this is going to whiz across the bridge like an evil ghost, gliding over a swamp, damning the ones it chases and bringing long-deserved ruin to children of long-gone benefactors of countless misdeeds. At least, that's how I picture it in my mind. Because I don't have time to watch. I figure they're going to turn their heads for less than half a second. And that's all the time I need, or all the time I have, to use my left leg to launch myself off the ground and into the chest of one of the gunmen. I hear the wind leave his lungs as I topple him over, bleeding on him. I only have seconds before the other shoots me, but I hear the shot. Though by some miracle, I'm not in pain. I don't have time to look, but Nick's beside me. He helps me wrestle the gun off the wolf, and we beat him in the head. He goes limp. Blood trickles from his nose. Yao's standing over the other man, with a smoking pistol in his hand. The wolf is bleeding from his hand, just like I am. I put together that Yao is the one that shot him. Everything I've done. A shot led to this moment. Another shot. Every laugh I have endured. Then another. Has been for one single scream. But the wolf is up again, tackling Yao to the floor. Yao falls, and there's another shot. I hear something wet, then a howl of pain. How many did he shoot into the guy or what? Something long, thin and hairy. Bloody lies on the floor. If I didn't know better, I'd say it looked like Briggs' tail. Wait, was Briggs still here? Nick rushes over to help Yao, but he doesn't need the help by the time Nick gets there. Yao's claws are out, leaving deep gashes in the wolf's arms as he fights for control of the rifle until he can wrestle it out of the arms. As Yao starts beating the other gunman in the back with his rifle, we hear the sizzling sound of wire again. Nick, the fuse. The badger races across the rope bridge, pulling the pair of shears from his pocket and cutting it. I exhale loudly as my spark goes out, knowing my part of any of this won't lead to needless harm. Then we hear the elevator operating. Yao shoots at the bottom of it as it descends. Then he curses. Yeah, you better run. We stop the fire, asshole. A pained howl comes back to me. We started the mansion fire an hour ago, dumbass. Huh? He laughs an awful laugh. It doesn't sound like it should belong to him. Though, so is this around the time? I mean, I guess different timelines and stuff. But I remember Briggs' mansion catching fire during Murdoch's route when the wedding goes on. Uh-oh. Then we hear an explosion come from the other side of that bridge. For just a moment, my heart stops. Nick is looking at the floor, as if panicked to realize something. The other wires too. We hear more explosions. Behind us, in front of us, all around us. Pod's planks. His voice shouts up at the elevator. But he's too far away. I doubt he can hear what Nick was saying. How the hell are we going to get out of here without the elevator? I place a rope ladder behind the shaft while I fix the elevator. Won't he shoot us if we climb? He left his pistol, and he's bleeding. I think he intends to live rather than die taking us out. He picks up the gun off the floor and puts it on the holster. Then he walks up the shaft and tugs on something in the dark that I can barely see. We can climb it if we hurry. Yeah goes up first. We move so quick, I almost get my face hit by his tail, but he's just as fast a climber. Nick follows. I expect the rope to sway with our combined weight, but it's bolted to the face of the rock. I plan to head up for this. We make our way to the middle of the rope without incident, until we hear another explosion below. The bridge to Hendricks Manor is on fire. Flames swallow the sides of it, singeing the connections as the abyss swallows it greedily. I'm so distracted by the sight, I almost don't hear Nick and Yao both yelling at me. Body against the wall. Now! The elevator rushes down on us from above. I feel the wind as it passes me by, faster than it should be going, as it smashes against the floor. Do not stop moving. I hear more explosions, but all I can do now is climb. And climb. And climb. Once we're finally at the top, Yao pulls me up by the wrists to get me out of the way faster, so he can get Nick up next. I'm surprised he didn't cut the rope ladder. For the first time, I hear the tiger growl, lean over the puddle of gore, and holding up the fray of the ladder. He did. I bolted it to the rock, in 8 different places, so it wouldn't fall. He pinches the blood on the floor between his claws. If we follow the blood, we'll find a way out. Don't follow him. Why? It's too dangerous. There are other ways out of the mine. We need to warn people who might be inside that there's a fire below. Yao looks like he's about to bolt off in the direction of the blood when he hears somebody running down the tunnel. The tiger hides around the corner, pulling the gun from his pocket. Oh, it's those two. That's fucking Witchroot. So, like, when Nick is running, is that when these two girls are doing their thing? Fuck, that's Murdoch's roots. So wait, is all this stuff going on during the wedding? Huh. Oh, girls? You shouldn't be down here. Shit, who says we wanted to be? Can't you see my friend is barely conscious? What are your names? Who the hell is asking? That's sure, it's shit. It doesn't matter right now. We need to get out. I know who you are. The cat sizes him up. Sure as hell don't know who you are, but okay. I've seen it before, marking the tunnels. You know extra ways out. Why are you all talking like this is urgent? Because there's a fire down below. The cat's eyes widen. From which direction? The Hendricks Manor. Shit, so that's why he ran away. Oh, god damn it. That means we can't make it to the lake. I do know a way that goes out by the railroad. There's a maniac on the loose down here. Help watch her backs. She nods at the woolly furred rabbit hanging onto her arm. And I'll get you out of here. Got a deal? So long as we stop and warn any of the workers on the way out. Shit. We ain't got time for that. Arguing about all this? Did it go dark for a hot second? It did. Ain't really saving any time. There's a weird rush inside my head. The scar on the back of my head hurts again for some reason. Are you alright, Sam? Yeah, the world goes sideways. Well, I think with that, and us hitting the 30-minute mark, we're gonna call it. Boy. Hecking heck. Well, that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, tell me if you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos too. Help it grow and bleed into the animals that control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and are getting the news version earlier, then you can go to their Subscribe Star, where it's how much again? $5, I think. Anyways, until next time, another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of the Smoke Room. So thanks and see you. I need to, get my title my things because I have.